which happened somewhere on the 7th of May. It was supposed to have ended 27th, but the Electoral Commission was gracious enough to extend it for a couple of days. And we were there with them and with all the stakeholders to put that activity behind us. After that, we also moved on from May 30th to somewhere on the 14th of June for the purposes of ensuring that there are transfer of votes and also compilation of proxy votes. That we also work with the team, with the EC, and with other stakeholders to ensure that that was also put behind us. Then came on the 15th of June, where we need to work towards the compilation of special voter register and alongside proxy voting in respect of that as well. We worked throughout, and the process should have ended on the 1st of July. But once again, the EC has been gracious enough, or was gracious enough, to increase it or to extend the period for, call it 5 more days. 3 days to enable more transfer of votes within this special group, and 2 days also to enable people who have transferred recently to move from the transfer register for the register in the constituency onto the special voter register within that same constituency as a result of the window open for transfer. We have done all this, and after that, something which ended yesterday, we thought it is ripe to come as quickly as possible for us to debrief and see the issues that we need to consider in terms of going forward with the rest of the activities. So in summary, we came to do about 5 things. First, to commend the EC and the team working within it across the country for an excellent job done and the excellent cooperation and partnership we had working on all these activities that have just passed. And second, also, like I said, for all of us to sit down and debrief to look at all the issues that need to come to our attention for us to do better going forward. And that brings me to a specific point from the security point of view, coming to ask the EC and the team what exactly they think we did right that we need to continue doing and what we need to improve upon as lessons that we also go back to reshape our strategy. Then at the other end, which is the 4th point, is to have a way of also telling you some of the concerns that we might have had. And then for us also to bring that to the fore, for you to help us so that going forward, those concerns can be also addressed. And more importantly, because you cannot revisit the past for purpose of reliving it, but you can only do so for purpose of learning lessons. Now that we're learning the lessons that we need to learn, we are rather also very interested in what is ahead of us. So for us to have a discussion as to what is ahead of us, because we were prepared for the voter exhibition, which was slated for, supposed to be about a week or 2 from here, but it has to be postponed to somewhere in August, which I'm told the date, even though it's somewhere 20th, but it's yet to be firmed up. We have also been told that there has been a bit of change in terms of giving people opportunity somewhere in August to a limited opportunity for some voter registration and transfer. So we came to listen and firm it up and hear from the horse's own mouth what these issues are. so that as we came initially before the process started to get the facts from the source, we can then also get the facts again from the source and then use that to shape our strategy going forward and making sure that the journey ahead of us will be far better in terms of security and other aspects of it than what we have just experienced. And also using this medium through your office and speaking to the people of this country. We thank them so much for the support they have given to we the security agencies during this period. And of course, also to the EC for us to work together in concert in the patriotic interests of our nation, Ghana, and ensuring that the processes towards the elections pass off peacefully. So we want to thank the good people of Ghana and all the other stakeholders to continue to support us in this regard, so that Ghana, our beloved country, will continue to be a beacon of hope for Africa and beyond. This is our country. This is the only one that we have. We have no choice than to guide it with all our strength and ensure that we continue to live in peace as our country continues to be at peace with itself. So, Madam Chairperson, once again, we want to thank you. We want to congratulate you for an excellent job that you are doing with your team. We know how challenging and difficult your job is, and we look forward working with you in partnership from we, the security side, under the auspices of the National Election Security Task Force. You can see all of them here, police, you can see the military, you can see Ghana Prison Service, you can see Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Immigration Service, the Custom Division of Ghana Revenue Authority. We are all working in concert in a very cooperative, collaborative, patriotic manner in keeping the peace. And we thank all of them for their sacrifices. We thank all our personnel across the country also for their sacrifices and the wonderful job they have done, because we've been told by experts that the processes so far relative to other periods in the past has been very peaceful, and law and order has been at a level that is appreciable. Even though we know there were 1, 2, 3 instances of issues that happened, the fortunate thing is that those behind them have been arrested. A few of them we are still pursuing, and some of them are currently being prosecuted. We want to let everybody know that we are committed, and we are committed with intentionality to guide the peace and the security of this country. So where we need to act soft, we will do so, and where we need to act tough, we will do so, because it is about Ghana and no other person. So, Madam Chair, that is what brought us here. And we know that some of these discussions will be held in camera, and thereafter, maybe some tidbits of it or a summary of it will be shared with the media. On that note, on behalf of my colleagues and the entirety of the security agencies across the country, we want to thank you and your team, and want to thank the good people of this country for trusting us with such a wonderful job in service of the people. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much for highlighting so clearly the rationale for your visit to the Commission this afternoon. I believe most of the issues you have raised are issues to be discussed in-house and behind camera. But however, before we do that, I would like to also reflect and take stock on the just ended exercises, namely the voters registration exercise, the exercise for the application of votes, the transfer of votes, and the proxy voting arrangements, as well as the application of the special voting arrangements. I'm happy to note that all the activities have been highly successful. The registration exercise was very successful. It was very inclusive, and it ensured that any interested citizen who wanted or who wished to register had the opportunity to do so. We held the registration in all our 268 district offices, including the newly created Guan district office. We also held the registration activities in 775 difficult to access electoral areas, as well as 25 public universities. And I'm pleased to note that as a result of the robust methodology and arrangements we put in place, we were able to bring on board a great number of people, interested, eligible Ghanaians who were keen to register. And as we speak, we haven't received one complaint of a citizen, an eligible citizen who was keen to register but was unable to do so. So we are pleased with the arrangements that were put in place. We would like to commend our staff, both our permanent and temporary staff, for the excellent job done. In addition to that, we couldn't have done this without the cooperation of our security agencies. And I'd like to mention that we held extensive meetings with the National Election Security Task Force under the leadership of the IGP. I know that he has mentioned those who make up the Election Security Task Force, but I'd like to also recognize the Ghana Police Service, the Customs, the Ghana Armed Forces, the Fire Service, the Ghana Immigration Service, and the Ghana Fire Service. I hope I have not left any of them. We've enjoyed a very fruitful collaboration, not only at the national level, but at the regional and district levels as well. And this culminated in the fairly peaceful, arrangements that we have witnessed over the last 2 months. As I said, starting from the registration exercise through to the application for the transfer of votes and the proxy voting and the special voting. And unlike the past, like the IGP said, where we saw very many, incidents, we witnessed incidents of violence and conflict. It was minimized in this, and we just saw 1 or 2 pockets, but I think they were quickly dealt with by the security agencies and nipped in the bud. So all in all, we've witnessed a very successful program. I believe there are many lessons that we've learned, and but these are things that we would take stock of. We'd like to mention also that, we enjoy the police presence in all our registration centers across the country, not only in our offices, but also when our mobile teams were moving along the length and breadth of this country, they were able to do so freely and in liberty because of the security protection that we enjoyed. So all in all, it's been a very good exercise. We are poised, even in the lead up to, the exhibition exercise and the mop-up registration exercise. I like to place on record that the mop-up voters registration exercise takes place from the 1st to the 3rd of August 2024, and it is to afford persons who turn 18 after the 29th of May, or persons who had not previously registered. It is to afford them the opportunity to get onto our register. This goes to persons who are eligible. After that, of course, we would also undertake the exhibition exercise, and that comes on from the 20th to the 27th of August. And it will take place in all 38,622 polling stations across the country from the 20th to the 27th of August. It's important to mention that from the 20th of August, we would also electronically put out some short codes to allow any interested citizen the opportunity to verify his or her registration details through their telephones. And so in the comfort of your homes and just behind your telephones, for a very small fee of some 30 pesos or so, Ghanaian citizens may verify their voter registration details. And if they may wish to change, or if there are any mistakes with the registration details, they can visit any of our offices across the country, or particularly in the district where they can visit the district where they are registered to vote to effect any of the changes. We know and we are confident that we would have the police, and the security protection during those times as well. And I believe those details will be discussed, at this afternoon's meeting. But I'd like to pledge the Commission's commitment, again, to the people, good people of this country, that as a Commission we are poised and we are ready to deliver credible, transparent, fair, and peaceful elections in Ghana. I believe that our activities from the start of this year through to this time reveal that this is a commission that is transparent, that holds dear the values of transparency and accountability. And in all our dealings, we have worked with you, our media partners. And I'd like to thank you especially for carrying our activities, for making known our activities to the good people of Ghana. But we've worked with you in the sense that we've opened up our processes to you so that you bring them to the doorsteps of the citizenry. And we'd like to commend you. But we remain committed to working with you and to walking with you along all aspects of our activities and to opening up our processes through your cameras and through your lenses to the good people of Ghana. So we are poised, to undertake credible and transparent and peaceful elections. And we look forward to collaborating with our long-standing partners, the Ghana Police Service and the National Election Security Task Force, under the auspices of the Inspector General of Police to do this. We will work with you, we will collaborate with you, we will share our plans with you, because we know that you are the ones who can assist and work to ensure that our nation remains intact, that law and order is enforced throughout the countries and in the days leading to the elections. So thank you very much, and we'll welcome you once again.
Thank you, IGP. Thank you, Madam. At this point, as said, we would like the media to excuse us so that we engage in critical issues. All media personnel. Please don't go away. After the engagement, we'll meet you outside.
Line ho, uyu line lelo mana mene, mana wanzeru. Line ho,
line oh, uyu line lelo mana mene, mana wanzeru.